All right. Hey guys, it's Alex from TECHAERIS.com, and I am here finally with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the Galaxy Z Flip 6 unboxing and a quick overview, not a review, a quick overview, and just a look at the hardware that just showed up at my doorstep literally minutes ago. So it is here. I'm excited to take a look and talk a little bit about it. And as usual, I have links down below. The links down below are to Samsung.com. You will get some pre-order deals there. Use my links and you might get a little bit extra here and there. I don't know how long the deals are running right now, but I do know that my links will provide different types of deals than if you just go straight to Samsung.com. So just make sure you use my links below if you want to pre-order the Z Fold 6 or the Z Flip 6. So I got Samsung.com pulled up here. We'll take a look at the specs and whatnot in a little bit. But first I want to open these guys up. I think you do too. So I'm going to switch over to my camera. I'm trying different things with camera setups. I have two cameras. I have this one right here. I'm looking at you and then I have one to my left over here that is focused down on the desk. I had a different placement last time. Kind of didn't like it, so I changed it up. So we're gonna. It's a work in progress. But I'll tell you this before we get into the unboxing. I will tell you this. This is not a channel that's going to be doing a lot of fancy B-roll and fancy video editing. If you like that sort of thing, there's tons and tons of channels on YouTube that do it. They've been doing it for years. It tantamount to an infomercial, in my opinion. I'm just not one. I tried a couple of times to do that type of video. It's just not me. I don't have it in me. It's not that I can't produce it, not that I can't do it. It's just I find it kind of boring. If I want to see a commercial, I'll watch Samsung's commercial. I don't want to see a commercial when I'm watching YouTube videos, or particularly review or overview videos or unboxing videos. It's just not my thing. Plenty of other guys do that. Been doing it for years, so go watch them if that's what you're looking for. You're not going to find that here. And just being real is all I'm being. So here we go. Let me switch over. And we got desktop view here, and here they are. The Z Flip 6 and the Z Flip 6 and Z Fold 6. That's another thing. You're not going to find a lot of video editing cuts here. If I screw up, I'm generally just going to leave it in the video, so it's not a huge deal to me. Thanks. First of all, thanks. Big shout out to AT&T for sending these out for review. We're going to take a look at them here in a second. I think I'll start with the Flip 6 and unbox that and have a look, and then we'll move over to the Z Fold 6. I'm not going to do separate videos. Just going to do one entire video because I also am not like other YouTubers where I'm going to try to maximize my revenue or return on two different videos. I'm just going to make one video. So that's the Z Flip 6 box. Pretty plain and simple as it was last year. Making everything simple and easy, and I think it's a lot has to do with cutting down on the packaging and whatnot. So this first thing you see is the phone. We'll pop that out and put that to the side, and nothing in there as usual. And in here you're probably going to find your cable, your documentation, and SIM card ejector tool. If this has an eSIM, so, and I love the way they package these things every single time. If I don't open the right side, it's always the wrong side. And let's see. Yep, that's what it is. It's just a quick start guide. Quick start guide, SIM, ejector tool, and your cable, which I'm not even going to bother taking out because I've got tons of cables. I don't need another cable, and it'll go back anyway, so it saves me the hassle of wrapping it back up and getting it back into that packaging. So let's get this all put aside a second here. And that is the box. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And I do have a Z Flip 5 here to compare a little bit. And so here it is. And that right there is a screen protector. Peel that off. And there is your Z Flip 6. And another screen protector on the front. Pull that off. And there you are. And I'm going to pull out the Z Flip 5 real quick so we can have a little bit of a side-by-side here just to compare. See if I can bring those in. There you are. Right off the bat, the most noticeable thing to me is the new border on the frame here. This is they've colored this in and around the camera module as well. And the cameras are also different. I believe these are the S24 cameras. So these cameras are very different compared to those. I like the look of this better. The Z Flip 6 looks nicer to my eye. And let's see here. They're about the same size. I don't have, we'll look at the dimensions in a second, but they're about the same size. They look, I'm trying to look at these stinking things and look at my camera angles to make sure at least you guys can see what I'm looking at too. The other thing is the Z Flip 5 is shiny chrome, and this is a matte titanium looking finish. And let's take this off of here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, this is a silver shadow, I think is the color. And this is a very shiny, well, I think this is like a black, but it's very shiny. And I prefer this over this. A little more boxy look like the S24, which I also have over here. Let me grab one. Let me grab that real quick, and that way you guys can kind of compare. See, kind of compare. I got to talk into the mic. If I don't talk into the mic, you won't hear me. All right, let me pull this S24 Ultra out of its case. And this is the blue S24 Ultra. Pull that over there. Got everything piling up now. So the design is more along the lines of the S24 Ultra series. As you can see, cameras, same kind of design language going on there. And that same boxy look. All right, let me go over the, again, I'm going to be hopefully focusing in here. Focus, not on my hand there, camera. There is the USB-C, and looks like a speaker and mics, and that's on the bottom and the top. On this side we have a volume rocker and your power button, which doubles as the fingerprint scanner, and just your SIM card tray and your 5G antenna on this side, and the back has nothing, and that's pretty much the same, and nothing's changed. Let's put these side by side here. Let me take a look. Here we go. Yep, it's about the same. There's no difference there. Maybe some different placement of the hole on the SIM card, but otherwise that looks the same. Antennas are all the same. 5G antenna on the 6 looks a little bit bigger. There's not much. And the placement of the buttons, that all looks the same. That all looks the same. Let's pop this open. Okay. And all right. And here is your, let me pull the brightness down on here. I know these cameras like to over exaggerate what's on the screen. And that's almost down to nothing. Let me pull down. All right, here we go. That's better. So let me take a look here. Let me open up the old one. We had severe flooding here, so I've got all these alerts on my phone. I forgot to get rid of them. All right, let me get rid of all that so I can open these up. And there we are. Let me change the wallpaper on here. Maybe that's part of the problem. This wallpaper's kind of drab that it's on here. We'll change that real quick. Let's try something a little more. Maybe it'll pop a little bit better. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better, I think. A little bit easier to compare. So yeah, there they are side by side. You can see here, the Z6 has a frame where it's you can see the frame. It's not, it's visible. Kind of gives it a little accent, which I like. And I've seen that in the same thing here. If you look at the S24, it's got this, it's got that look, that framed look, and it does look, it's attractive. I like it. I know the dimensions are different, but they're not all that different. Whoa. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat, right here, I don't know if you guys can see it in camera or not, but the crease, very much more prominent on the C5, and I can feel a difference. Wow, that's huge. The crease, which is not, to me, the crease has never been a problem to me. I don't care about the crease so much, but I know a lot of people do. This crease here on this side, almost, you can see it. Here, you can barely see it, and I can't even feel it. That's huge. That's massive. Wow, impressive. All right, well, those are the Z Flip 6 compared to the Z Flip 5. I don't have a Z Fold 5 to compare, but the other one. But we're gonna unbox that one now, and that's what they are. And in my first impressions, I like the design. I think that if you're a foldables guy, a person, this is a great option, especially at the price points. The Fold's quite a bit more expensive. So let's get to that. Enough talking about that. Let's take a look. Z Fold 6, Galaxy Z Fold 6. Very minimal packaging as usual. And we'll pop the phone out. And I'm not even going to bother with the rest of this. I know that. And here you're going to have your quick start guide and your cable. All right. So let's just skip all that crap. You watch me struggle with it. Pulled off the screen protectors. There's one on that side, and there's one on the outer screen as well, somewhere. And there we. Ooh, that's nice. All right. Interesting there. Wow. All right, I'm going to look at this first. This is what I want to look at first. I want to look at the. Yeah. They've improved on the creases. I gotta say, from every year they improve something, and they continually improve the product. I mean, it's not going to be successful if you don't improve the product year over year. There have been some years where the Z Fold and Z Flip weren't exactly like groundbreakingly new. There was nothing huge. It's just incremental. Everything's incremental. Let's just be honest with that. But this feels like a real update. This looks nice. This outer display, I had issues with the outer display. Not issues as far as like it wasn't broken on any of the folds. I've used every fold from beginning the Fold 1 all the way to 6 here. And Fold 1 through 5, I've always had an issue with the outer display. I didn't like it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that on the old Fold 5, here you had rounded corners on the back ends here, and they were rounded. So it was like a square on this side, and then rounded on this side, or one or the other. It wasn't perfectly square. It didn't feel like a proper smartphone, like the S24. But this feels nice, and looks nice, and feels like it'll be a proper display. Now, I think from what I looked at the specs, these are more along the lines of like a Sony Xperia aspect ratio, so it's changed. It's still that same, I think, 6.1 inch display on the outside. We'll look at the specs in a minute, and then a 7.3 on the inside. But this is, I think this is wider and a little bit shorter, and it feels more book-like than the Fold 5. There's the camera array, and that's nice. It's a nice upgrade. It looks nicer than what the Fold 5 has on it. I believe the cameras, the internal cameras, the actual sensors, all have remained the same with the exception of one, and I think it just gains a little bit extra resolution or something. I can't remember, but essentially these are almost identical cameras to what you get on the Fold 5. So if you're looking for an upgrade in camera, you're probably just stick with the Fold 5. My first impressions are, yeah, of all the folds that I have used or held in my, that's a light too, not light, but light for what it is. Of all the folds, I'm sitting here thinking, man, of all the folds that I've used, and that's every one of them, this one feels like, you know, you kind of wish this was the first, the first Fold, like the Fold 1. It would be fantastic if that was the case. But this is nice. It feels like I can actually, I mean, not that I couldn't use the old Folds. I really enjoyed using them. But this is something different. Let's real quick. Let's go around the unit, because I'm getting some. I mean, this is what happens when you don't do, you know, straight video editing and start doing a lot of jump cuts. I just don't do jump cuts because I'm kind of getting lost in my thoughts. But that's okay. Bear with me. There it is, the bottom with the USB-C port and the speaker and your antennas. And I'm getting so sidetracked because I just want to look at everything. I probably should unbox these things before I unbox them, which a lot of people do, but I just like unboxing them with you so you guys can kind of get my first impressions and like reaction to it, right? SIM card tray up there, 5G antenna, volume rocker, power, and fingerprint sensor. And the back with the 3 cameras and your flash, and the top, another speaker and microphone arrays, and then your hinge. And that's the other thing, is looking down in this hinge, there is a ever so slight, small pinhole size gap at the very end here. And you're not going to see it on camera. I can barely see it looking down in the room here. But you can see through there, right there. I don't know if you saw that right there. It's very small though. Let's see if I can catch that. I gotta put my finger back there. Hard. There it is, right there. See, I move too fast. It gets lost. Come on. There it is. There. All right. Enough of that. Point is, the gap is very small and almost non-existent. And another upgrade here is they've upped the dust resistance on this. There is a new gasket type of seal all the way around, and the hinge has been redesigned, and that's important. I think they have been redesigning the hinge every year, and that's been an important part of the Fold series, to be able to do that. So overall, my first impressions of this are, I like that I can hold it nicer. I mean, it feels nicer in my hand with the squared off design. The outer display looks like it's more usable. We'll have to see how the keyboard does, because that was one of my issues with all of the old folds. Not that it was bad. Not that it was bad. I'm looking at this camera over here. But I should be looking at you. Not that the old fold was bad in terms of typing on the front keyboard, but it was a little bit cramped. This is about a millimeter wider, I believe, than the Fold 5. So it should be better for the typing experience. So let me pop up these specs real quick. I'm going to pop my browser back up. All right, so here's the Z Fold 6. Let's have a look. Like my mom says, vamos a ver aquí. Let's take a look. Vamos a ver. Here, where's the specification? There are specs. They usually have it right there. There we are. All right. Okay. Crafted black. All the different colors. It got octa-core processor. Android 14, 15, 16, whatever it is. In the 7 years of updates. I'm going to tell you right now. 7 years of software updates. 7 years of security updates are what they're promising for this. So pretty impressive. I know people are touting the OnePlus and the Vivo and some of the other folds that are out, foldable devices are out there, but none of those, I'm going to tell you right now, none of those are going to give you 7 years of anything. You'd be lucky if you get a year if you get the next upgrade. Let's see, you got 21 by 60 by 1856 on the main display at 7.6 inch full rectangle. Dynamic AMOLED 2 times. Oh man, there's just so much to read through here. I'm going to leave links down to this below. You guys read through at your leisure here, and yeah, and those links are my affiliate links, so you'll be able to get a little bit of money off. So I'm not even gonna bother with that, guys. I want to play with this now. All right, so I'm gonna have to get through this video, finish this up, wrap it up. I'll give you a quick look again at both devices, and I appreciate you guys highly, always. All of you who support this channel, support my website, support me, and all that I do. Make sure you follow me here on YouTube, on Rumble, on X. I'm doing new stuff, always trying to pivot and get things done differently. For everybody that's been with me for a very long time, and there are a lot of you that have supported me over the years. I appreciate you guys highly. There you are, S24 Ultra, and let's see if we can get a better shot here. S24 Ultra, the Z Flip6, and the Z Fold 6. And look at that. I'm going to move this. I got to take this shot real quick. I'm sorry, I don't have a B-roll, real nice, pretty B-roll that everybody seems to enjoy. That's just not me. You get what you get. I love you anyway. And there it is, S24 Ultra, Z Fold 6. It's a little shorter. Let me bring it there. It's a little shorter, and that's probably not. There we go. It's a little shorter than the S24 Ultra. This way, a little shorter and a little narrower as far as that goes. But fold it out, and you have a much wider. That's interesting. Oh, I can't wait to play with this. I gotta play with it. Yeah, because this is different. This is so much more. It's a different aspect ratio. It's wider. It's more like a little book than the previous folds. So I'm excited for this. All right, guys, that's it. I've taken enough of your time. I'm looking at my clock over here, 27, 22 minutes in, or whatever the heck I'm in. 25 minutes into this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I don't do pretty things. You know, you get the ugly duckling here. And if you enjoyed the videos, great. I appreciate it. And if you watched this far, awesome. I got to get my watch time up, so the longer you watch, the better it is for me. I can get remonetized on YouTube, hopefully. Working toward that goal, working toward goals of getting our subscriber base up on YouTube, getting my subscriber base up on Rumble, get my subscriber base up on X, on MeWe, on all the platforms. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you comment. I do try to respond to comments. I can't always, but I do try. I at least like them. I know that. And make sure you guys like. Give a thumbs up, like, and make sure you share. That's the biggest thing right now. Google is not being kind to us still not being kind to me. So make sure that you're sharing my content, and that'll help me out very, very, very much. And like I said, podcast coming out this week, working on some other stuff, and I appreciate you guys highly. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. I am going to set up these phones for my accounts, and stay tuned for the reviews on both of these phones on TECHAERIS.com. And yeah, make sure you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you on the other side.